Hey, it's Redstone with another Minecraft video for you today. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to build a mass storage system to tack onto the end of your item sorters. So, if you're confused by that title at all, basically what I did here is I created a system of chests that can be expanded all the way down, and basically what it does is, say you, if you're going to sort items with an automatic sorter, chances are you're not going to want to make a chest for golden apples, because how many of us have just stacks and stacks of golden apples? Or you might not need a chest for something like books, or just other silly things. And even stuff like tools will get filed into the end, and where do they go? You can't just all fit them all in a chest. And if you have a lot of really good tools, you don't want them to back up into hoppers, because then you can't access them. That's no good. So what I did here is I made it so that it'll automatically fill up this chest completely, and without backing up into the hoppers at all, it'll fill up this chest completely. Without backing up into any of the hoppers, it'll continue to fill up this chest completely, this one, and then this one. So basically what it does, it creates a lossless system. Now you might be thinking to yourself, Moose, why go through all that trouble when you can just stack up a bunch of chests like this, and you can have hoppers going into it like this, so that once this one fills up and backs up into here, it'll start filling up the other ones. Well, you'd be wrong, because really it starts down here, and then of course when this fills up, it's going to back up into this here hopper before this can fill up, and then it's going to back up into this hopper. Also, while I'm back here, I might as well show you the redstone behind this. I think for what it does, it's rather small, and as you can see, it follows a simple pattern that can be expanded upon. So just to demonstrate what's going on here, we have a chest that's completely full of items. Now I can take out just any old item, and then say I have, I don't know, I'll throw in my pickaxe. So this is my good pickaxe, and I don't want to lose it. So it goes down, and it'll fill up that slot. So say we now take out some of these items, and I have 3 good pickaxes I want to use. Or 4, let's go with 4. But we only have 2 slots. And so it's going to have to back up into this next chest. So basically, I can go ahead and throw these 4 in. And as you can see, it'll fill up those 2 slots. And then 1, 2. It'll fill up the next 2 slots of these. And none of it will be trapped within these hoppers. Basically giving you access to all your extra items that you don't want to sort all at once. To build this, you guys are going to need everything you can see in my inventory, and like I said earlier, this is rather simple, so this should be a nice addition for your base. Basically, you're going to stack up your chest, these are going to be your main storage chests, so basically, however many chests you want, you can go up as far as you want. I'm going to do 5 for now, and then later on, if you want to, you can expand it. It's the same pattern. But now we come back here, and we put hoppers facing into each chest, like so. And what this is doing is, well, this would be like the standard route where they all travel to the bottom, then fill up, then travel, then fill up. But we're going to do something a little extra to make them go from top down, and also to ensure that none of these hoppers start collecting blocks. And to start off with that, we're going to put an extra hopper right here, and we're going to put a chest here, and we're going to come to the side, and we're going to put a hopper here. You can really put it on either side of the chest. It's just wherever it'll fit. And we can keep on extending this system up. Now what this ensures is that since it outputs items rather slow, if you put a huge influx of items into your item storage system, it could back up, because it takes about, here I'll show you the clock over here. The clock is maybe, let's say 4, and yeah, it's a little over, it's about 8 redstone ticks. So that's not too fast, but it's not that slow either. But if you suddenly put in a lot of items, it could create a problem. So this just ensures that it won't back up your sorting system. Anyways, we're going to need a way to detect if there's items present in this chest here to turn on the clock. And the reason why we're only going to be doing this when there's items present is because if it's on all the time, it could have the potential to lag up your world, and it's mainly just so it's server friendly, because server admins usually don't like it if you lag up their server with a clock. So you're going to put a comparator facing out, come up, come out, put some dust here, The reason why you go up one block and out here is because the minimum amount of current strength you could have in this chest would be 1 if you put just one item in it. And so this ensures that it will be able to travel this far without the aid of a repeater. Next, you're going to put a comparator down, click it on subtractor mode. Basically, this torch in the front is going to turn on. Put a repeater in the side and set it to 4. Then pop up here, and you're going to come out 2 blocks and then go up 1, and then come out 1, and you can delete this block in the middle right here. And you're going to put a repeater right here, set it to 2 ticks just by clicking it once. 2 pieces of dust here. You're going to put a piston right here with a block on top, and then coming out of this comparator you're going to put a piece of dust. So what this is going to do, it's a clock facing into a monostable circuit. And to put that in layman's terms, what it's going to do, instead of staying on for a really long time, it's only going to tick for, stay on for 2 ticks. Usually it would stay on for 4 since we have this repeater right here. And basically it just ensures that only one item goes into the system at a time. And the way we regulate that is we have a redstone torch right here, block down here, come up, just to ensure that these don't cross, and then dust here. So basically, it's always going to lock this hopper right here until items are added, and then one at a time they'll flow through this hopper and go into the system. It goes one at a time just so it can function properly and not back up. So the next step of this tutorial is to ensure that none of the items will back up into each of these hoppers. And basically we can do this by locking all these hoppers until they start backing up. And you might be thinking, well, Moose, that's a little, why aren't you trying to make it so it won't back up? If your system requires that they do back up in order to operate, how will it stop it from, therefore, backing up? If that made any sense. I don't know. Alright, so I might just confuse you guys horribly. But basically what it's going to do is it's going to fill up this chest first, and then once this chest is full, the items will start gathering here. And then basically it'll be able to detect it here, and then it'll unlock this, which will take it into this hopper and start filling it up here, and then the pattern will continue. If once this gets all the way full and it starts backing up into here, then it will unlock this one and it'll drain from there and go into here. So it'll just continue on like that. But like I said, we're going to need to lock them all, so we just put torches here for now. Then we can come out to the side here, and we're going to put a repeater. Not a repeater, a comparator. And then we're going to put a repeater. I cannot talk today. And we're going to set the repeater on 3 ticks. Next, we're going to come out to the side, and then we're going to put a slab down here. And we're going to see why I did that in a second. And we're going to put dust all in here. So the reason why we use this repeater is because as items flow in, they're going to have to be in here eventually and go inside this chest. But we don't want it to automatically move it to the next row as soon as it enters into this hopper, so we add a little bit of a delay just to give it time to go into this chest if there's any room left. And if there isn't, it'll go into the next chest. Also, as you can see, this is a comparator, and if there's only one block in here, it's going to have a single strength of 1. You didn't see that because it went into here. But if it didn't, you would have saw that it would only been a single strength of 1. And by adding this repeater here, we can ensure that it'll be able to reach all the way over into this torch. Now we're just going to continue this pattern all around. So we can come out to the we can come out to the side here, comparator, and then we can put a repeater, set it to 3, come out, put the slab down here, and then just, I think I got rid of my dust, fill it in with dust. Now here's where the slab comes into place. So I'm going to do this step like all the other steps. Come out, put a repeater, set to 3, come over, and put the slab down here. If we didn't have a slab there, we wouldn't be able to get the wires to reach down here, and we would have to use a repeater. Now, that wouldn't be the end of the world, but that's one extra item you have to use, and I guess it's one extra tick of delay you can add onto the circuit. Even if you put this on 2 and that on 1, it'd still be more resources you'd have to craft, and it wouldn't be necessary. So, let's continue this for the last one, right here. Come out, and then we can put a repeater right here. Come out, and just fill it in with dust. Alright, that's all it takes. So to test this out, I'm just gonna chop all these down to 1 high, just so they don't, so they fill up quicker and we can see it work. And I'm just gonna, let's fill it up with stuff I have in my inventory. So I'm just gonna fill it up with just these blocks, copy them out, all that good stuff. We just put her in. As you can see, the clock immediately starts ticking over here, and these items begin to fill up over here. And just to speed the process up, I can fill up these other slots and just make it go quicker. So just move it on over. There we go. Come on, fill it up. Eating all the items. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that's full. And now, what it's going to do, it's going to go to this bottom one and start filling it up there. And as you can see, none of them are getting trapped in here. They might go in here briefly, but then they get moved into this next hopper and get put into here. And the same can be said, if we fill this one up all the way, it's going to do the same thing as we saw up there. And we now have a lossless storage system that our sorting systems can put all those miscellaneous items into. So this is just another cool addition for your base. I hope this video helped you guys out, and I hope you can find a use for this. Well, that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. See ya.